So I just saw Iron Maiden on the Run for Your Lives tour in Birmingham, the home of metal. I was sharing the lights of Ozzy and Priest and stuff like that. And let me tell you what I thought of the show itself, the set list, new drummer, and all that juicy stuff. So let's get started with the venue. The venue was really cool, the Utilita Arena in Birmingham. The only thing was that there was so many goddamn entrances and it wasn't very signposted. So I'm like, where the fuck do I go? Which entrance do I go into? But once we were in, it was really nice. It was a bit of a shock. Never been to this one before. I usually go to Bristol or Cardiff or London. So I was a bit confused. I came in and I was like, there's a gin bar? There's popcorn? There's pick and mix? Is this a cinema? Is this a fucking cinema? And then when you actually go to see the show, you see the big screens. Because Iron Maiden now have screens. And I'm like, it is a cinema. I should have got the pick and mix and popcorn. But yeah, the venue itself was really big, really spacious. The sound design was really good. You could hear it because we got seating tickets and we were near the back. Right on the curvature of the back, so you could see the stage without cricking your neck and without getting crushed by the front. And it was great. You could hear it clear as day, and you still had the rumble in your chest from the drumming. So it was good stuff. Good sound. Good venue. So let's talk about the band itself. Iron Maiden, Run for Your Lives tour, 50th anniversary. So what did they pull out? They pulled out all the classics. Like, they even said on stage, Bruce said, that it's going to be like a greatest hits set. And oh boy, was it. Starting out with Murders in the Rue Morgue. You know, the Ides of March into Murders in the Rue Morgue was so good. I really wanted to see that live. Never seen it live before. Loved it. Intensity. And the drumming straight away off the bat by Simon Dawson. Bloody fantastic. You can never replace Nico. You just can't. Or Nico, sorry. But he did a good job. You know, filling in the shoes. He did a bloody good job. His drumming was fantastic throughout the whole set. And he even had little parts where the spotlights would just go on him. And he'd be drumming his heart away. And it was really good. Yeah, he was really fantastic. Nice fit to the team. Yeah, Murders in the Rue Morgue. Energetic, bursting. Bruce jumps onto the stage, blasting out. Next, Killers. A song. Oh, was it Wrathchild? It was Wrathchild next. Wrathchild, another fast, intense, awesome song. I really loved that. Singing the chorus with everyone. So good. Then Killers. Another song I really wanted to see live. Because I've seen Wrathchild before. They would play that a lot. But I've never seen Killers. And hearing that live was so cool. The Eddie come on stage with all different amalgamations. Or the different, like the Pharaoh Eddie, the Cyborg Eddie. All these different Eddies. With the axe from the Killers Eddie. So good. It was in kind of like sections, this set. So that was like the old school, the first two albums set. And then it kind of swapped. But after that, it went to Phantom of the Opera from the debut. And that was so good. He's just such a jumpy song. It's like dun 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 dun. Everyone's bouncing up and down. You see all these heads down below, like really entertaining to see. I'm usually at the front. Barrier is where I usually go. But I'm getting old. Chrissy's getting old. My back hurts. All right? I need to sit down every once in a while. Phantom of the Opera, fantastic. I mean, so far the set list is just banging. Killers, Wrathchild, Murders in the Rue Morgue, Phantom of the Opera. What a banging start to the set. We then get some more classics. You know, we have The Number of the Beast, of course. 666, The Number of the Beast. Amazing song. This is when I was starting to get a bit, like, not unsure, but I was a bit wary. Like, the screens they had. It was so cool in the intro, going through the streets of London. And he went through, like, 22 Acacia Avenue and all these other streets and the different Iron Maiden Easter eggs, you could say. West Ham on the window and stuff. And it burst into the streets, Murders in the Rue Morgue, and it just fit, you know? And the Paris background as well, when that came up. So cool. And I think it fit. Like, with the still backgrounds, I think it fit. Once they started adding, like, these kind of movie things, it was a bit strange, a bit off-putting, but I think it worked for the most part. For the most part, it worked. Phantom of the Opera worked fantastic. It just had the staircase and the kind of like the red velvet curtains on either side. Worked fantastically. You know? Worked really good. And we had other stuff like Number of the Beast, where it had like these old school horror movies in the background, which was cool. Bit distracting, but it was cool. But I'd prefer like the devil on stage breathing fire, or like the big Eddie, animatronic Eddie coming out like they used to do. See, that's cooler to me. But it was still good. Stuff like 2 Minutes to Midnight they played, Anthem. I liked that more because it was a still image. It was just the war guy, and then the nuke comes off and blows him to bits right at the end. See, that's fantastic. So when they start playing like the video stuff, which is where I was a bit iffy, especially on Rime of the Ancient Mariner, which they played, and it was bloody amazing. Loved it to pieces. I got goosebumps because the song is just phenomenal. It's my favourite Maiden song. But I feel like the video was AI. I really do. Because he's like, the albatross is there, and they're pointing a gun at them, and then they fire it, and an arrow goes through it, and I'm like, what the fuck? How does that happen? That's the video where I was like, this has got to be AI. This has got to be AI. The rest, I'm unsure of, but this one, definitely. But either way, song was fantastic. Loved it to pieces. What else we had? We had the Power Slave kind of segment with Rime. It had Power Slave, which is a phenomenal song. And then it had the pyramids, and it started to go from light to dusk to night, and then back to light by the end of the song. And I loved that. Like, the screens doing things like that, fantastic. Fantastic. But when it starts doing movies and shit, fuck off. Fuck off. But, like, the Power Slave part, amazing. And Bruce had his little bird mask on singing. And Power Slave is the best Maiden solo of all time. Don't at me. It fucking does. Of all time. Loved it. So what else we got? We got, 2 Minutes, Power Slave, Rime. We also had the Clairvoyant, which is really cool, because it had the Clairvoyant Eddie, and then the eye was just twitching and looking around, so I really loved the background for that. Clairvoyant's such a good song, one of the most underrated from Seventh Son. They also played Seventh Son? So they're playing Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Phantom of the Opera, Seventh fucking Son. It's like all the long classics. It's an amazing set list. Great stuff with the smoke on the stage. Eerie. Cool. Loved it. So yeah, they did a lot. Of course, they did Iron Maiden before the encore. Really enjoyed that. Of course, they did Run to the Hills, because it's the Run for Your Lives tour. Of course they're going to do Run to the Hills. And I loved it. I used to think it was overplayed. But now I've gone back round, and I love it again. So Run to the Hills. Keep it coming. Love it. The Trooper, obviously. He brought out the England flag, as well as the British flag, which I loved. I can't remember if he always does that, but I thought that was nice. Trooper's the Trooper. You know, we're always going to play it. It's good. Then the encore, I'm probably missing a song, but yeah, the encore, it was Aces High, which is crazy, because that's one of the hardest songs Bruce can sing, and he's doing it at the encore. And I've seen him do it at the encore before as well, I think on Senjutsu, or Legacy or something. And I'm like, what are you doing? But his pipes were just phenomenal. He could hit those high notes. And he's doing some vocal gymnastics. It's great. Then it was Fear of the Dark, which I loved. Being in the encore, like, it needs to be dark, it needs to be late for Fear of the Dark, and they did it, and it was phenomenal. And the full moon, oh, so good. And then it ended with Wasted Years, which is a bit weird. That's another complaint. Like, I love Wasted Years, but as a closer, close it on Fear of the Dark. Come on. Close it on Fear of the Dark. Wasted Year before that, then it would have been perfect for me. Oh, Hallowed Be Thy Name. They played Hallowed Be Thy fucking Name. And that tripped me right out, because Bruce is on stage, in the cage, and he's singing his heart out, and it's great. And in the background, there's like the staircase up to a noose. And then he like gets lowered down the cage, down the stage, and then he's in the background. And you see Bruce in the background running up the staircase. And my brain was stupid, because I thought he was doing that in real life. And I'm like, they brought a whole staircase here? But they didn't. And he's running up the staircase, and I'm like, I'm well confused right now. Got to the top, died, fell off, and then he burst back out onto the stage with a noose in his hand. That was fantastic. Like some magic show. Loved it. That was great use of the screens. So, definite thumbs up for that one. But yeah, overall, I think the set list was really goddamn good. Every single song was a classic. Every single song was amazing. The only complaint I'd have is Rime of the Ancient Mariner's video. Change it. Just have the ship just creaking. That's it. I've seen them play Rime before, because I saw them somewhere back in Time Tour. So just do it like that. And then my other complaint would be Wasted Years before Fear of the Dark. End on Fear of the Dark, because that's the the one everyone fucking, oh, come on. Feel it up. End it on that, and then it's perfect. But I think the songs they played were great. Simon Dawson was a fantastic addition. He drummed amazingly. Everyone played their part fantastically. Dave Murray's solos, always good. Adrian Smith, always good. Harris was... And Bruce sounded the best I've heard him in years. The best I've heard him in years. He still did the high notes on Number of the Beast. So, I think the show was phenomenal. One of the best set lists I've seen from Maiden. I loved it to pieces. I can understand why some people won't like the screens. They'll want more animatronic stuff. And I can fully see that, but I loved the show to pieces. And only a few nitpicks. So, that was my enjoyment and experience with Iron Maiden on Run for Your Lives tour. What did you think of it? Have you been to it? Are you excited for it? Tell me all the times you've seen Maiden. When was the best time you've seen it? Because for me, the best time was probably the first time. Come on, the first is always the best. It just has to be. But I did like them when they played a lot from Brave New World. Can't remember when I saw them, but they played Brave New World, they played Ghost of the Navigator, they played like Dance of Death and stuff, and I love all those songs. So I was so fucking happy seeing that. But yeah, let me know the favourite times you've seen Maiden down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.